Good afternoon, wherever in the world you may be, and welcome to the Melbourne Cricket Ground for ULTRASPORT's final broadcast of 2025. Today, we bring you the fourth match in the 5-over Ashes series between Australia and England. The Aussies have a 2-1 lead in the series. After losing the first match in Perth, they've managed to pick up 2 wins in the last 2 matches to put themselves on the brink of a series victory. With the Test Ashes already being long decided, England now turn to the limited overs contest in hopes of coming home with some amount of bragging rights over their rivals. After their history-making win in the Boxing Day Test, such a prospect is not at all implausible. The toss went the way of the Australians this afternoon, who elected to bat. Fancy a bit of New Year's Eve cricket? It's time for action at the G. So Jake Weatherald and Usman Khawaja will get us started as we see the opening delivery from Jofra Archer underway at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in the fourth match of the 5-over Ashes. Glad to have you with us on this New Year's Eve showdown between these two arch rivals as we come off that incredible 2-day Boxing Day test that saw England get their first test win in Australia in years. And now they will look to ride that momentum, tie things up here in the 5-5 series and send things to a decider in Sydney. 94,199 people coming out to the MCG on the first day of the test to witness the action, and that was indeed the largest cricketing crowd in MCG history. So a historic match for a multitude of different reasons, as this is sent away towards third man for a single, and that will bring Usman Khawaja now on strike. Last delivery of the over, and that will be one more. Australia finish over number 1, none for 4 here at the MCG. And again, for those of you unfamiliar with 5-over rules, again, somewhat self-explanatory. Each side gets 5 overs to bat, but there's also a limit of 5 wickets per side. And there's a new batter every over, and here we see Mark Wood, and this is where realism gets called into question, and you realize this is a simulation. Here he's perfectly healthy. Single there from Khawaja to open the over. As Wood sends this one towards offside. Scooped up near short third man. Past the keeper. Finds the way through, and there is the first boundary of the afternoon. As we take a look at this again. Managed to get through the keeper and the third man region. Send it all the way to the fence. And Weatherald now on 7 from 7. Yorker here from Wood. Dot ball. Which brings us to the last delivery of over number 2. Australia currently with a run rate of 4.91. Weatherald will send us into the air. Finds the way through. That's 4 more. Australia finish over number 2. None for 13. And it's just a beautiful afternoon here in Melbourne. You can see it on that replay, the view of the Shane Warne stand and all. As Gus Atkinson comes in now to bowl the third over for England. Weatherald on 11 from 10. Usman Khawaja now on strike to face his third ball of the match. He's found a way through here. Over to third man, it's a single to open this over. Yorker from Atkinson, that one goes right back to the bowler. And followed by a very short delivery. Over to fine leg, and it's another single. Australia with 15 runs after having faced down 15 balls halfway through their innings now. Another Yorker from Atkinson. And again, sent right back to him. Over a fine leg for a single. One delivery remaining here for Gus Atkinson. Wetherald to face it down, into the air, and that will be a boundary. Australia on none for 20. They score 7 runs in over number 3. 12 deliveries left for the host to face. Will it be enough? Will they get far enough ahead? Bryden Carse next into the attack for the English side. Australia on a run rate of 6.67 in the as this over comes to its conclusion. And Khawaja opens things with a single. Take the run rate down to 6.63. Short delivery there from Carse. Sent over to fine leg. Single. That one will find the way through to long stop. Nobody's going to catch up to that. That's 4. And the signs go up all around the G as this one sails over the head of the keeper towards the members' reserve. Four runs there from Usman Khawaja. Rolls past Carse, but doesn't get much farther. Into the air now. One man out there to pick it up. And England not conceding too many boundaries this afternoon. 7 runs given up in this over as we come to its last delivery. And same direction, but no opposition. Wetherald finishes the over with a boundary. Australia now on none for 31, with 6 deliveries left to face here at the G. And it is the captain who will finish things out, of course, for England. 7.75 the run rate at the moment. That gives Australia a projected total of 39 as they, again, look to lock things down here this afternoon. They've got a 2-1 series lead here in the 5-5 Ashes. And a win here today would secure the series victory as this goes for 4 more runs. And England also, it's obvious, but I haven't brought it up, they have not taken a single wicket here this afternoon. Of course, as I say that, they'll probably take one, but Wetherald and Khawaja scoring every run here. Partnership of 35 so far. And 3 balls away from going the distance. Stokes sends this one towards off stump. Kawaja finds a window, but the ball somewhat runs out of speed. Just a single there for the Aussies. Weatherall back on strike. Oh. Close one there. Let's see this once more. Just sails over the off bail there. And now the last delivery. It is Stokes to Weatherall. What will be the final total for Australia? It is indeed none for 36. Will it be enough to beat England here at the G? We'll find out. Zach Crawley will be on strike here for England, taking on Mitchell Starc. 37 runs needed from 30 balls here for England to take this to a decider in Sydney. And if they cannot take home the Test title, maybe they can win the 5-over series. Away we go here in Melbourne, and Crawley opens things up with a single. And Duckett now on strike. Starc sends this one to his off stump as Nathan Lyon will pick it up towards cover. Quick single there. Gets outside the 30-yard circle. And England already showing consistency as their innings gets underway. 34 from 27. They'll need a few boundaries as Duckett manages to connect on this short delivery from Mitchell Starc. They'll need a few boundaries, but it is certainly a very attainable total. We'll see if Crawley and Duckett go the distance like Kawaja and Weatherall, as Crawley will send this one into the air, but the catch is going to be made, and the question has been answered. Mitchell Starc, with the credit, takes the first wicket here at the G. As we take a look at this, once again, sent towards deep mid-wicket. Slide made by Boland, catch taken. And Zach Crawley gone with 2 runs from 3 balls to bring out Ollie Pope. Bit of clairvoyance there. Will they go the distance? And then Australia takes the first wicket. So they will not, as a matter of fact. And Starc has sent this one quite offside. But it's not going to be wide. So that takes us to the end of the over. England on 1 for 4. Pat Cummins, the captain, up next to bowl. England need a run rate of 8.25 to tie up the series here this afternoon. And again, going quite a bit towards offside. But again, still not wide. Yorker from Cummins just misses the off stump, but if it had been on target, it probably would have been LBW. Right to the keeper. And halfway through the over, not a single run scored by England in this crucial match of the 5-over Ashes, but that will be 4. Ben Duckett finds the gap through third man. Sends it to the fence. Duckett now on 6 from 6. Single there to bring Ollie Pope back on strike. And the final delivery now of over number 2. Cummins to Pope. Yep. And that will be a single. End of the second over. England on 1 for 10. 18 deliveries remaining as the spin bowler Nathan Lyon comes into the attack to shake things up a bit. Ollie Pope still on strike. Manages to find a way through by long on. And that is 4. Strong start to the over from England as we take a look at this again. .23 to win. 23 from 17 to take this to that Sydney decider in what has been a series with a considerably larger amount of back and forth than the Test series has been. Duckett now back on strike. Oh, this is going to be a close one. Keeper takes out the stumps, but he is there. England pick up the single. Yep. And those are the kind of opportunities. Oh, that's going to be 4. Pope sends this one to the boundary now, but as I was saying, that what we just saw with that single, those are the opportunities you need to take in a match like this. If this were a test, they wouldn't have ran on that one, but you only have 30 deliveries to face. It's very cutthroat, so you have to make the most of every single one. Like we see here. Didn't get very far, wouldn't have been running a test, but they pick up the single. And now 1 delivery remaining in the over. Lyon to Duckett. Oh, he sent this one away. That's 4. England on 1 for 25. They need just 12 at the end of the third over. And things are looking up for the tourists here in Melbourne. I think we may get a deciding match in Sydney. And the Aussies over the next 12 balls will be looking to do everything they can to prevent that. But you can only do so much. Scott Boland in to bowl the 4th over as Ollie Pope starts on strike. 1 for 25. Yorker open the over. Beautifully hit. That's 4. 2 more of those and they've won. And it will be a double defeat for the home side here at Australia's most iconic ground. A bit of salt in the wound for what we saw earlier in the Test match. Yes. This one, just a single. Short delivery towards leg side there by Boland. Duckett still manages to send it to the boundary, and the English now just need 3. And some good batting here this afternoon from England. Australia's total, as it turns out, not enough to lock down the series here. We will be going to a decider in Sydney. Into the air this one goes, but they'll have to wait a bit longer. 2 from 8 now. There it is. There it is. 4 runs to close this out as England win by 4 wickets in our last broadcast of 2025. We thank you for tuning in here from the MCG. When we see you in the new year, it will be a decider at the Sydney Cricket Ground. The series tied 2-2 in the 5 over Ashes.